Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to King of the Castle. And stream is live.
I see it.
Also, for the removal of delay, I will also start streaming here again.
Yay. I do not have
Oh,
to listen to
also
my
let
own-
me remove all the moderation settings again. Email verification or
just
phone number verification.
Remove one die 3, or do one die 3.
So you got the north, east, south.
Oh fuck it! I forgot.
You forgot,
What?
sir?
Adjust Steam's title and category.
Oh, I see. That's not gonna change much. Did the Barons of the March take over the west? Or is it the coast that's the west?
The map is randomly generated every time. So,
Oh,
like,
so
even
we
when you
should have-
play multiple games with the same factions, the map will look
We
different
just
every
had a
time.
very similar Westeros
But
size.
it will
map.
always be somewhat Westeros, and I think the
Oh.
Barons will always be somewhat more the south, the west-ish. But it's more about the marches.
I see.
I'm playing King of
Well,
the
I
Castle.
guess like if the Council of the East aren't there, then the Barons could be in the east.
Yeah. Wait, do I still have the delay active? I hope not. No, I don't. Okay.
Doesn't change much for me.
Well, there is quite a difference if I'm running a 1 minute delay or no delay from OBS.
I gotta pop up my chat so I can actually vote.
Okay. So, Barons, Chiefs, or Counts? Well, I'm gonna exclude the Chiefs because they won last time. And to be fair, the
coin
Chiefs
flip.
have the easiest scheme.
Coin
What kind
flip.
of style is the South and Coast? Have you played with it?
I've played with the Coast. They are Venice. Essentially Venice.
Are they like what kind of style are their people though? Because like counts are edgy vampire teens.
Like,
Well, don't you want to bloody find out?
well, okay, Shadowed. When I say Venice, like Renaissance
So
or
Venice.
Renaissance or medieval Venice, like
see.
fucking rich traders. Like, what else can I say?
I don't know. I guess to go for barons.
You said they only have one meaningful city and they're very easy to conquer.
Just do a coin flip.
I
think
guess I'm
Barons,
gonna do a
like,
very official coin
Both of them
flip.
seem very like
Heads is March,
noble.
tails is counts.
Okay, let me just go over to. Wait, do I have the crucible actually? Collab.
You should.
There we go. I found it.
See
Okay,
how
heads
biased
is the barons
gods.
and tails is the counts. It is tails. We will be playing with the counts.
Definitely unbiased.
Yeah, it wasn't heads.
That's as I said.
Okay, and
definitely
now the fun times
unbiased.
have begun. You may now start joining by typing !join in the chat. Also, I should probably put my link in announcement.
No, my bloody count now. Blech.
And no, Apache attack helicopter is not a valid gender, at least according to the game.
Well, unfortunate.
I'm not gonna bother with gender thing. Let the game give me whatever they want to give me.
Okay, Xenog, you are a count.
I am
Shattered
part of the Grandees of the
is
South.
a grandee.
But man, I'm watching an ad.
Oh boy.
Wait, why are you watching an ad? I thought the ad was turned off.
So I just do join and...
Wait, who is Town Drunk 34?
I don't know.
I think that's
Age?
Water.
Yeah, water.
Oh.
Water is playing! Nice!
Matt.
He's not gonna join the channel, I guess.
I will send him an invite.
No, it's me. It's me.
Uh,
Wait.
What?
For
always-
invite consent.
A sage.
I always thought Town Drunk was water because it was fitting.
How about you name yourselves as you wouldn't
Okay,
everywhere
you are,
else, so you can actually, you know.
Patrician. Then we have Mars, who became a count again. Also,
Ma.
just one minor thing. I can see all of the faction-specific channels, and there's no way I can turn that off because I'm the server owner.
Nice.
But I'm gonna not look at them.
Well, I'm the only grandee, so
Well, yeah, last
And
time we also
they
needed
just
a
the
little
only-
bit
It's at least good that I have a spokesperson.
Oh, yeah.
Sage, you and I are gonna have to work together somewhat until others arrive.
Never.
We'll see if someone shows up.
I'll see it all burn to the ground.
The thing is,
Should we
like,
open a trade?
Runamon and Mary are still in Darktide, and I don't know how long the average Darktide mission takes.
I don't know either.
Darktide missions take normally 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how shit the team is. Can drag on to longer.
Um,
Can also
Consider-
end
cons-
extremely
like-
quickly.
yeah, but
Yeah, but-
considering that they will probably be playing on the max difficulty or close to the max difficulty,
If they're playing on the max difficulty, expect them to die in 5 minutes. Let's just leave it at that.
Nah, okay, they might not be playing in the match. Like, sadly, it doesn't actually tell you that, like, at least for Deep Rock, it would tell you on Steam what
Yeah.
mission they're playing, what has they're playing. Doesn't do that for
Vermintide
Darktide.
also has Steam integration. Unfortunately, Darktide kind of forgot everything.
Well, from what I've heard, Darktide isn't necessarily considered a complete game. So,
Congratulations, you heard correctly.
Welcome to the world of gaming. Roll the dice. Are you gonna get a finished game, or are you gonna get incomplete trash?
Or you're gonna get a situation where the developers forgot completely everything they made last time. Anyways,
I think it's not so much as made what they made last time. It's more just crunch, and then
I'm
they
betting
had to,
you that
and
the
also
only
release
thing-
the game.
no. I'm betting you that everyone here wants it. Vermintide, but with guns. I can
Well,
also, in fact,
they
tell
are-
you the fact that it originally started like that until someone in development thought it was a good idea to change it up.
Ah.
Partway through.
It's probably higher
And that's
up
what
that
caused
changed it.
everything. Or
Yeah.
that's what everyone says.
I mean, I don't doubt the individual developers probably wanted to add the quality of life
Okay.
stuff, Yeah.
since late joining is very much available, I think we're gonna begin.
Indeed.
So, I'm gonna hit begin game. So, majority of people here has already... actually half-half. Okay, we have someone else joining in. That should be another Grandee. Oh,
Grandee.
also I should put the Discord in. I mean, this is a bit risky, but I'm still gonna do it.
You're linking to the Discord?
I'm linking the Discord and Twitch.
No. Okay.
What is
That
the game
is
code?
highly risky.
I know it's risky, but hey, I can... I can just stomp people out again, so...
Sal can do what he wants.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Okay, so... as you can see, it's now even pinned at the top of the chat. This is the Discord we are in. If you want to voice your own character, you may join us there. Just be prepared. If you mess up, I will smite you, and I will not hesitate.
If you
Glorious.
screw around.
So, first of all, you might take a look at the map, and you can already see that the map looks quite a fair bit different from the last time.
Looks-
Not
They're
that
much the
different,
same.
but yeah.
The landmass looks the same. The
Kind
No,
individual...
the atmosphere is also different.
Not really.
It's not that different, but it does have decent.
Yeah, I mean
Why?
the east got bigger, and the coast is suddenly, and where the Barrens used to be is now the coast.
Yeah.
And this
South
whole
was a
mess
bit
wasn't
better.
here.
Yes.
Okay, so time to actually explain the game. I guess. So I'm the king. Huzzah! I'm King Wilhelm. Well, actually, technically it would be Kaiser Wilhelm, but let's... yeah. And my goal is essentially to increase, or to make sure that authority, treasury, and stability stay up. Over here, you can see your 5... if you want to voice... Sorry, I need to answer the chat here. If you want to voice your own character, just join that Discord server and hop into the live stream. Hop into the voice channel where
Sure.
we're all sitting.
Yes.
If you want to voice your character, you have to join the Discord, I guess.
Yeah. Also, the invite to the Discord is linked, is even pinned in the chat. Then carrying on with the explanation, every faction has 5 values or 5 traits, I guess, attached to
Stats.
them. Stats. Trade, farming, military, faith, and defiance. My goal is to make sure that defiance is always low. Because if your defiance is higher than either authority or stability, whichever one is higher, you can rebel. And I don't want you to rebel.
But we want to.
Well, actually, considering, like, last time we played, you never got to rebel, and when I was flying as a noble, like, the 2 games I played as a noble, we both times someone rebelled, so...
I see.
So you know how to counter those well enough, I suppose.
Yeah. So, yeah. And to the rest I will be getting when we get to it. Haha.
How
Every-
meaningful those numbers. I noticed that some of these areas have just fewer total stats than others.
Don't worry about it.
It's essentially, like, it's, the starting stats is attached to the lore of the faction. So, as I said, the Patricians of the Coast, that's essentially Venice. So they have a lot of trade. The Counts of the East are... well, they are vampires. Sorry, I mean, all claims that they are vampires have not yet been able to actually be verified. Of course.
They're also farming.
And they are really big into farming, and also military, because the chiefs aren't here.
It's
And the Grandees of the South, I haven't played with them yet, but they seem to be the very honorable kind of guys.
isn't everyone quote unquote honorable guys?
No,
at this point?
they are like militant or honorable.
Thought those were the marsh people.
No, those are just militant.
Oh, come.
Well, welcome to this stream.
And the server.
Yep. And so every season there will be 3 events on the map. Usually there will be 1 event for each faction, though that can and has been different. So, let us begin with the path to victory. And who wants to do the Spy Master?
Do it again if you want.
Okay,
No one else is.
Shattered, you have been appointed Spy Master.
Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place.
Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paperback!
Better kings than you have been toppled by the treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir, and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you?
So, to explain, this is where I pick my victory condition. Or the first stage of my victory. And, I mean, as a peacekeeper went very well last time, so I'm very tempted to just pick it again, but picking the same thing again would be rather boring. So I'm gonna go for as the greatest king who ever lived.
See, you're the type who likes to build a lot of statues of yourself, aren't you? I suggest for the next few years you focus on proving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss your ambition and is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Who disconnected?
Zenok.
Zenok.
Also, on zombies, let me give you the appropriate role. Every faction
they can
has their own text channel.
So we can bot and
Also,
scheme.
Zenok just went fully offline, so I presume crash.
Ah, shit.
Should we just watch through this stream, live stream on Discord, or should we join
no,
the browser?
I'm streaming on Discord so that the people reading don't have to wait for the stream to update, so we can have
Yeah.
a fluent conversation going. But the voting will still be done through Twitch chat.
Through Twitch
Also,
chat, yeah.
you can't hear
Okay.
the music if you. Well, you can hear the music through the live stream, but you'll also hear everyone else again.
But yeah, so you will still need to have the stream open, or at least the chat open.
That I
Okay,
figured.
let's begin with the council introduction.
Who wishes to be the chancellor?
Sage, you will be the chancellor.
Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course the scorching south.
Well then, I will start by introducing myself, the Grandees of the South, where we meet Grandee Oven Zombies.
Oh, and zombies. If you wish to voice yourself, feel free.
Yes, but
That's
May
that's
9th
why you
of
should
bless
also
your
watch the
reign,
stream on
Your
Discord.
Majesty. Yeah, but it's loading on Discord.
Ah,
as
okay.
well.
Ah, fair.
Your Majesty, I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith.
Surely. Well, I will move on to the patricians of the coast. I will meet Sage.
A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign.
And now I will go to the Counts of the East, where we meet Mars.
Honor to finally make your acquaintance, your Majesty. May you escape may you escape the doom that befell your predecessor.
And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all cost. And just give me a... Oh, okay. Welcome back, Zenok. I assume you crashed?
You are muted.
Give him some time.
Okay, then let's move on to the coronation.
Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time.
Why the hurry?
To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back.
We wouldn't want that, I suppose.
As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation.
Of course.
Shall we call the nobles in?
And there we go. So this is the first time that you, my dear viewers, will have to actually do something besides reading. And that is voting. So, before we actually go into the vote, I have up to 3 things I can... different choices I can apply to the votes. For example, I have the capability to mark one as my preferred option, or I have the option to veto an option. The option to veto an option. Yeah, English. And I think I'm gonna veto this one.
Aw,
Because of course you had to.
Yes.
Dang.
So, we come to what will follow. So, as soon as I hit start vote, votes, you will be able to vote via Twitch chat. In order to vote, you have to type !vote and then... Is it !point? I think it is.
It
And-
is.
And followed by a space and the letter of which option you want. The letter can be capitalized or not, doesn't matter. So, everybody prepare your votes. And we're gonna go.
uh-oh.
I think someone else
Note
just...
that if there is in fact a tie, the king gets to decide which option he wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
If votes tie, I will... Oh, wait, that's already all of you. Okay. There's only 5 people.
And
Continue.
unfortunately, you cannot recast your votes.
Well, there is something
Yet.
that will allow it, but we don't have that yet. And
Yes.
I'm probably not gonna get it because there are better options. Okay, I think I'm gonna host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of
We
wine.
already had that.
No, last time you threw me into a river.
No.
No.
No, we
was
had the
great.
lavish parade.
Well, I don't care.
No.
I'm still gonna pick it.
God.
Also, thank you for the follow. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? So treasury goes down and stability goes up. Sadly, stability isn't my goal this time, because that would have been nice. So, and now we will be moving on to everybody picking their schemes. So, as this is a NPC, I will do her, I guess. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered.
In faith.
And choose your scheme. Once again, this is just for the grandees, so this is
Vote.
just for Owen and Shattered.
You can either, I think, B or C. I want to try B though. Sounds like the one that's made for
That
Same.
does in fact sound beautiful, I suppose.
Just remember to
think that
cast your
sounds
votes. There we go. You have been voted for Witch Hunt. There's all sorts of heresy in the capital, and the grandees intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the South is beyond reproach. To advance this scheme, the grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. Oh,
Oh,
wow,
that.
you already are. We
Well, they
move
made it
on
wait
to
3
the
seasons.
patricians of the coast. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Kaiser Wilhelm. Something must be done. And this is the... what's a sage making a choice.
a lot of lowers.
Okay, go lower treasure... Oh god.
Treasury does seem the
I'm
best.
concerned.
Zenak, your mic's a little crackly.
Yeah. The patricians plan to sink the king under an ocean of debt. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 gold or less in 2 seasons.
Oh, would you look at that?
And
It
lastly, we
seems
come
like
to
a plan.
counts. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Kaiser Wilhelm wears the crown. I don't know what kind of accent I was trying to do there, but sure. Doppelganger, Ascension, or Possession?
Hmm.
Oh, this is different to the last one.
This is different, yeah.
Well, yeah. Slightly different.
Last time we had the
The
have
demon,
the most food.
which you screwed up at summoning.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you have chosen.
Renamon.
Also, hey, Renamon. You have chosen Ascension. Is Mary joining as well?
So Crackley's in.
The Counts planned to induct the king into their secret cult and offer him immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance the scheme, their Counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons.
Oh, would you look
Oh,
at
The
well,
only
look
scheme
at-
that's
look-
not
look at
already
that.
finished.
Like, the only people that actually need to do something for their scheme is the patricians.
And they don't need to do that much.
Yeah.
Also,
So, yes, Renamon, you have become a patrician. So I will give you the appropriate role. There you go. How long do you think of him it will take, Mary?
Well, it's Mary, so who knows?
also Renamon, ping me if you're playing Darktide. I could join as well.
Angie has it too. I was playing with him.
Here.
Yeah, NG,
and
Mary, and
proceed.
Renamon. And someone that NG picked up on the street.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
because-
Okay, so
Or we're
let me
gonna
just
play
go
it
over the
just if you're
schemes
around.
because I find it funny. Counts of the East, we have Samuel, a false pretender. For the Gradies of the South, we have Sophia, my embittered step-aunt. And for the Patricians, we have Tanaquil, a bastard offshoot.
hmm,
Okay, I'm pouring myself a drink right now. I will progress in just a moment. Okay, let's carry on.
Oh, yeah, actually very cool.
So have you got to getting an heir this time? Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
just
last time.
done one season. They just
We
picked
just
their
started.
schemes.
Oh.
I haven't. Don't even have a husband yet. I mean wife.
So it's happening.
Don't. Not again. I
It's
swear.
a dig on the old authority.
Time to impregnate more men.
Don't. We
Okay.
already had enough.
Right on, we
We're gonna start
few
with
people,
disquiet
yeah,
in the
please.
south. Owen.
Your Highness, my knaves accuse me of hoarding wealth. Worse, they're throwing their tools down and burning the belongings, saying they want to live an aesthetic life and that I should do the same.
They want to have more exercise?
No, not aesthetic, aesthetic! They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite an overreaction. Their ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself a voice for the ninth god, and the peasants hang over her every word. They will be at my door at any moment.
Okay, so let's see.
Witch hunt.
I'm not gonna pick anything here.
They all look bad for you.
Not necessarily, but it's like there's nothing I want to like rule out or nothing I want to actually get. Well, they get ignored because whenever I put the Monarch's Choice up, it's gonna be ignored. So
necessarily.
I'm gonna start the vote. Oh, of course. The co-patricians are going for
I have some candidates in mind already.
like go for
I'm
fire
sure you
patrol,
won't
making
mind
hire new
having
servants
them
from the coast. Because it's gonna
Yeah, they wanna-
because it's gonna be your personal worth that goes up. No, but it seems that the vast majority has decided to send someone to infiltrate their cult.
At least you don't have that law yet.
Yay.
Grandee Owen Zombies arranges for one of their few loyal servants to go along to Ortega's gatherings. You hope to hear from them soon. TM. Meanwhile, both rich and poor scramble to show off their devotion to the Ninth God in the face of Ortega's surging popularity. Okay, the Grandee's faith has gone up even further. Let's see, a petitioner from afar.
Your Majesty, there's a petitioner here to see you today. I'm not exactly sure where she's from.
I assume you have a good reason for letting her in?
You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty.
Mary isn't here, so we're kind of lacking in females. Mars.
Oh god.
Oh,
Sorry.
just talk.
Oh,
You're
God,
not
she
the
has
one
to
dying
get her
right
out.
now.
Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Orid. I have a proposition for you.
Alright. Where are you from?
Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret.
Who are you exactly?
I am but a humble ship's captain. Once of great renown, but that was a different time.
Tell me more about this proposition.
3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their hulls are packed to the gills with muskets, and gunpowder, and they each boast a full battery of cannons.
Before I progress this, I think I know where this is going to go, and I
have
kind
a
of like
sinking
it.
feeling.
They are
Oh, okay, that's
all
not quite what I
yours.
was expecting.
They are all yours in return for a small favor.
Muskets? The small furry animals? What the fuck?
Not
Muskets
muskrats.
are powerful weapons, Your Majesty. The secrets of their manufacture are known only in the Republic of Kirf.
Gesundheit. And what is this favor?
I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents.
Fine. I'll call the vote. Change your muskets, instant away, confiscate weapons, take right prisoner. Okay. I'm gonna veto that. Because I like either of them.
You want the guns.
I want the guns.
Well,
Okay.
I would
time-
want them as well.
Time for a vote.
You didn't actually ask why she was running away like she was.
I know.
You devil.
I intentionally did that.
You devil. Oh, look at that.
No,
The
it's
tie's
still
broken.
tie. One vote is still missing. Shut. Yeah,
Well,
shut it.
looks
You didn't
like it.
vote.
I think he's a bit missing right now.
Yeah, seems like it.
Well, whatever the case, the results are in.
Yes.
I'm back. What happened?
Nothing.
You missed a vote. Congratulations.
All good.
So we've chosen to provide safe harbor for Oroid in exchange for muskets.
Ain't no difference unless Sal was going to drop his own stability for no reason.
Everything's gonna.
Already the weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers. As promised, everybody's military goes up by 2. Thank God the chiefs aren't here. Already demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. Good job,
Nobody's
gentlemen.
gonna talk about the reload speed, but we'll let that slide.
Yeah. Okay. Now I actually have I actually have a choice for the honor guard. I haven't pissed anyone off yet.
You know you'd pick the Chiefs still, though.
Last time I picked the chiefs because they had the highest defiance.
Oh.
You devil.
Okay. Who wants to be the marshal?
If you wish, or maybe Randomon.
No, I mean last time Zenog was the marshal, but I don't know if you want to do it.
Well, I mean, I can retake it over, and I do have a bit of a gruffier voice now.
The marshal is actually female.
Gruff. Well,
Okay, doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Female.
now that you are king, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not?
I suppose so.
You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, your majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision.
But what about the palace watch?
Hoorah!
That wasn't very enthusiastic.
Don't make me laugh, your majesty. These tin soldiers can keep the riffraff out, but do you expect them to stand up to a warlock? Or a child of the Viper? Or me, for that matter?
We'll see out of my helmet. Aw.
Okay, what are my options?
Each region offers a selection of elite guards. It counts with the Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The patricians with their champion gladiators from the arena, and the grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns of the Sisterhood of Steel.
Are you suddenly wishing you would be a grandee on account?
No. I'm just seeing some parallels anyways. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is... It's gonna be the marshal talking, but I want someone from the region to read it. So, let's see first here. Mars, tell me about the Eastern Knights.
Okay. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand the palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought the actual battle. They mostly write poems these days.
Runamon, have you fixed your issues?
Is silence?
I
Yes,
do
no.
not so. Sage, tell me about the Coastal Gladiators.
A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them?
Okay,
I can hear you
Shattered.
Hello,
Tell me about the Southern Battle Nuns.
boy. Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety.
Oh, now they're just a bloody mixture between Sisters of Battle and the Silent Sisterhood. Brilliant.
Well, for completionist's sakes, what foreign mercenaries do you suggest?
A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. Try saying that 3 times fast. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to all the regions.
I have made my decision. Oh,
I await
God,
your
verdammt.
verdict with bated breath, your majesty.
Okay, I kind of want to go for the Southern Nuns. The problem is,
Hi.
the Grandees have the highest faith by quite the margin, and I don't want to pick another guard from the faction that's gonna kill me in the end again.
Your only option at that rate would be the Coastal Gladiators then, because they're not on a head start.
Yeah. So I am actually gonna take the Coastal Gladiators.
Though I guess I could advocate for the mercenaries as well.
Well, it's late for that now.
Well, you do know that Itza would never do that, mainly because the treasury counts would probably drop below acceptable numbers.
Okay.
I will make the arrangements at once.
The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up.
Oh, Emperor, see, now we just have the amazing custodies.
I mean, I don't think that, like, this is, like, equally bad compared to the Chiefs Warriors.
It's such a cliche.
Yeah! I mean, this game loves cliches.
Yeah, but I'm still getting, if the Emperor had took his speech device, vibes now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, let's end the season. Okay, so we'll be going into the next thing. And... oh, these are actually all good. Wow. So, we are doing an auction. The way auction works is you have 6 buildings to choose from. If they affect authority or stability, they will affect that. If they affect one of the 5 stats of faction-specific stats, the building you choose will affect that faction. So if you, for example, fund the aqueduct, that will increase the Count's farming by 1 and only the Count's.
Also important, you can fund other factions' goodies, despite the fact that you are not from that faction.
Yes.
If you really want to.
You can fund whatever you want. The way you fund these things is you use the command !fund, space, then the letter of whatever you want to fund, and another space, and how much you want to spend. On the right you can see all the personal pockets of everyone, and supposedly you can also see that in the Twitch extension, but I don't know if that works.
It actually
Really
works.
see all of
I actually have the Twitch extension working.
Yeah.
Lovely!
You can actually see it. Also note... I actually forgot. Just go on.
Also, Ro, if you want to join, you have to type !join to join the game. And if you want to voice your own character, you may join the Discord that is pinned at the top of the chat. At least I hope that message is still there, even if you join
It
after.
is.
Okay. Okay. Well, everyone. Oh, why won't you join? The game is a lot of fun.
Also note, you do have to join the nobles before you just do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Then let us start the auction. I don't think you can do...
Decimals do not work.
Decimals do not work. You have to do full numbers.
Imagine you have gold coins, you can't really
Hey,
cut
that's
a
down.
gold coin into 99 100ths.
What am I doing?
You challenge me.
Also, good you're back. Okay, let's
Open
see
up your
what's getting
monies,
funded.
folks. Because at this point... Wait, what's up?
Zanok, you haven't spent your money yet.
Yes, I'm perfectly aware. And I like things the way they are. Especially
Also,
seeing as how last
worth
time
pointing
you
out,
asked me.
The 2 most funded buildings will be built.
Yes. But also, I'd like to remind you that you taxed me to hell and beyond last time, leaving me with no money.
What?
Oh, don't you act like
I
that with
not
me.
only text you into oblivion, I text everyone into oblivion.
Yes, and my colleagues had a chance to get their money back.
Okay,
didn't.
so we will be building an observatory which lowers the Count's faith, progressing or helping their scheme. And
Thank
the
you, Radamon.
we're building a fortress for the Grandees, which increases their military. For no particular reason.
Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna start with finding a spouse.
Man.
In the twisty
do
passages
the
of your
thing
castle, you can
again.
avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Why is Mary still not here? We need token female person.
Yes.
Your mother. Run them on!
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year.
I've been busy!
You better know you find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind?
Now, we
Okay.
are not doing this
Any
again.
is the best.
We are
Any.
not doing this again.
I will be running it through a poll again.
No.
But
Not
Any.
again.
I will exclude men. Because we had that last time. And you had your fun.
That was just brought in, and I do not wish to repeat that mess ever again.
You don't like men getting pregnant?
Shut up. I don't even have the voice to tell you to sod off. Count yourself fucking lucky.
Ro, it's not homophobia. As I said, we had that last time.
You can watch a recording of that if you really feel like
Okay,
you
the
need
poll
the
is
context.
live.
No one
For
said that
the
our baby is made with
preference.
two men.
Do not go back.
I said
there.
magic and eggs.
Stop it.
Also, voting with fewer rods is available at 100 fewer rods an additional vote. Also, I absolutely was expecting that result.
What a shocker.
Yeah, what a shocker.
Also, I'm not gonna spend my 21k fuel rods that I don't even have any idea of what to spend on.
You could challenge me to a duel in Guns of Icarus.
Yeah, what that would do. I could already challenge you to do that. Much as it would be interesting. It actually wouldn't.
Okay. It seems like Annie will win. Yes, indeed Annie has won and Random
Oh, look at
voted
that.
5 additional times.
I would have voted for that, but I don't see where the voting is.
The voting is at the poll at the top of the stream chat.
It was a Twitch
Okay.
poll.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
yes.
it's over now. So the preference is Annie.
What a surprise.
Indeed. Random on.
Excellent. I'll send out my messages to the influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
I was about
Your
to say,
mother
like, my
just
mother
changed
suddenly
the
sounded very
voice.
badly.
Yes.
Okay. Let us then continue with a private exchange.
The Kurth captain they are allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons. She has been the cause of some concern. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette, after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy.
Very well, I will have a word. You find Orit pacing the halls far from her assigned chambers. Okay, let's just be straightforward. I heard you were causing trouble.
And where did you hear that? It doesn't matter. I just have a lot of ponder.
Just stop agitating the nobles, I'll have to kick you out.
She turns her nose up at you with a small scrawl. Very well, you made your point.
Orit storms off, her feet clacking loudly against the stone. You're sure this isn't over yet?
I would rather have her thrown in the dungeons for this. If she breathes,
She's a thought. I told you to do that the first time.
Okay, then
Indeed.
false idols. Owen.
That philosopher Ortega is preaching that we can only be close to the ninth god if we reject our worldly possessions. Which would be bad enough.
Sounds weirdly communist.
But she's also performing miracles. My spy saw her heal a woman's broken arm with a single touch, cure an old man's blindness.
She must be a witch.
Whatever we might think, the peasants believe her. More of them flock to her barn every day as rumors of her miracles spread.
Okay. The church should perform better miracles and lure Ortega's followers away. Send Inquisitors to stamp this out once and for all. Ortega's just a healer there carry on doing good.
I know perfectly which choice I am picking.
Ta-da!
Okay. I'm putting this to the council. Council, start voting now! Also, I would prefer you go for the faith check.
As if.
Oh,
In
well.
fealty to the God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the
for
Golden
fuck's sake.
Throne,
This is gonna
I
fail.
declare exterminatus upon the
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
cult
yeah,
that
yeah,
exists.
yeah,
Yada yada yada. You already get the point.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna send Inquisitors to stamp this out once and for all. Oh, it succeeded. The High Inquisitors gathers her... Huh? Why? Oh, okay, whatever. Her best agents and sends them deep into southern territory to extract Ortega. Terrified of the crown and the church combined, her own followers betray her and turn her in. You hope to have an audience with her as soon as the Inquisitors have finished their interrogations. And the south is now fanatical. I mean,
Well,
that's
I'll
not the
make
first
my
time that
decision.
happened, but let's not get into that. Also, the upper limit of every stat is 10. And the lower limit is 0.
Of course.
Okay.
I think that's all of the events for this season.
Yeah. Indeed it is. Just gonna
I
bother
wonder who
Mary.
you're gonna tax now.
Is it? Yeah, it is actually taxing time. Okay, I'm gonna end the season. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Yeah, it's actually the... it was 2 seasons for the patricians.
That's fast.
Sage?
The treasury's not empty. The king won't be tempted by our loan offers.
Maybe we
could-
could arrange some kind of...
I was basically
heist?
reminding you that you need to complete it.
Yes.
There's been one opportunity. It was all voted against. Don't get ahead of yourself, Lady Patrician. This coup will be conducted entirely within the bounds of the law. We have our principles, after all.
The patricians' aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less.
This is just a reminder that
Okay.
you haven't achieved your quota. In
Yes.
which case, if you actually do achieve your goals, the next phase will trigger at the end of the season when it happens.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. Well, considering what where the fines currently lies, I'm gonna freely tax the patricians.
Rude.
Good.
There we go. Let's start with the bounty hunters.
Your Majesty, these good folks
Oh,
are bounty
I know where this
hunters,
is going.
representing the Republic of Kurth, they say.
Who wants to be a bounty hunter? Ah, Renamon.
Hmm?
You're now the bounty hunter.
King Wilhelm, we greet you humbly.
Tell me more about Kurth.
Damn you. It is lovely this time of year. You should visit. Lots of rain, but we make do.
Is it?
Sounds
Britain?
like England. As for more important matters, we are searching for someone. A fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name Orid.
What kind of fugitive is she?
The ship under her command, the property of the Republic of Kurth, as is their cargo.
I do not know anyone by that name.
Forgive us, your majesty, but we are not fools. We know your military is using the weapons she stole.
How do you dare to speak like to me like that? Sadly, that's not an option. I'm afraid she's under my protection.
As we feared, still. Perhaps we can work out.
Hello,
a deal.
Mary.
Oh yeah, welcome, Mary.
Grand Pensionary of Kurth is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman, and we are sure that an esteemed king such as yourself would not risk drawing Kurth's ire. As proof of our goodwill, we'll even let you keep the firearms that you have stolen.
Hand Orid over to them, refuse the bounty hunter's offer, discreetly pay the hunters to take something else. I can't believe I vetoed that one out.
Because of course you had to.
Yeah. Okay, council. Sorry. First of all, I'm gonna wait for Mary to hop on in. You'll probably be a count.
We'll
Probably.
see about that.
I mean, the counts filled up first, so
No, I mean, we'll see. The distribution isn't always the same, you know?
Oof, I apologize. I will have to join you in just a moment. I will be right back.
okay. Then I hope you don't mind if we already proceed with this vote.
I think she's already gone.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. So vote. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oi,
You vetoed
Time to
the wrong
start the
vote.
war.
Sage,
Time to start the war.
you are going against what you just said.
I changed my mind.
Of course you did.
It's the order of the day.
Yes, yes. We all know where your true loyalties lie.
Okay. 5 nobles. Sorry. 5 disgraceful nobles voted for refuse the bounty hunter's offer. The bounty hunter protest and leave only when you threaten to have them thrown out. Their parting words contain chilling warnings of Kurth's retribution, which you hope are only idle threats.
As if that ever was a good idea.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's obvious which option I would have preferred.
Same.
Option C.
No, option A, obviously. Okay.
You have lost Mary.
That was to be expected. Let's just do a philosophical meeting. Ortega arrives in your throne room, dressed in rags and flanked by the palace watch. She lifts her chin defiantly as she walks. Also, is every single NPC in this game female or what?
The game really wants you to not discriminate for some reason.
I guess so.
Despite the fact that I bet
who
you
wants
that
to be Jesus but sheep?
I guess I haven't voiced much.
Okay then.
Your Holiness, you wanted to see me?
So you don't believe in owning things?
Getting rid of what's unnecessary is how you move closer to the ninth god. He has given me the ability to heal, and so I must use it.
Zanok?
First off, I did not know that the Communist Manifesto gave you healing abilities.
It contains many powers.
How can you claim to have anything to do with the ninth god? She's a heretic. Plain and simple.
This is, Sage?
By the ninth, I'm no such thing. He's just afraid of whatever he doesn't understand.
this is also very reminiscent of Jeanne d'Arc,
Indeed.
and how she ended up being just condemned by the church, despite taking France back. Well, okay, by the English. Okay, what do we have here? Have Ortega exiled from the kingdom, ask Ortega to preach in favor of the crown, have her executed.
You know my option.
I'm gonna put that there and let us start the vote. I know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, this looks like fun.
Heresy. Heresy.
This can only go well.
Heresy. Heresy.
Oh no, it seems to be. Oh, perfect
Well,
split. I get to
no.
choose. Okay. Bit of a tough one. I'm gonna go for Oscar to preach in favor of the crown. Let's see.
You continue to give me reason to dump money
Oh,
elsewhere.
why did I not go for stability again? It's so much easier than authority.
I'd be delighted, Your Holiness. You may be what the kingdom needs to push us closer to the 9th.
Faith challenge succeeded. Stability is now steady. Faith can't go higher for the south. I mean, honestly, I'm very surprised that the south just didn't very loudly oppose the fact that we didn't kill her. But
Just
Eh.
But hey. Okay, and now it's time for eligible options. Run them on.
I have
wait.
found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance.
Yes,
Run
I
them on.
know. Your
What's
mother
wrong,
leads you
Zeno?
to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them?
There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that benefits your station and suits your political needs.
I was about to say, my mother got really madly again.
Jaquil and Mr. Hart
Your
situation
mother is
going on.
gender fluid.
Also, for this one again, someone from the actual faction will read the faction description text. So. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. We have Zadok!
This is Valentina, the eldest daughter of Eastern... my dynasty. Forgive this nutty expression. I'm sure that's caused by an errant brush stroke.
Wait a second, doesn't that imply the having hair?
It's bald. Bald.
Also,
Bald.
that is a woman, just saying.
That... No. I highly doubt that. I don't know this
Okay,
person.
next. Oh, sorry, there's a second part.
She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spent most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. She went missing a while ago, but it turned out she accidentally locked herself in her cellar. Survived on wine for a week. Oh great, an incompetent Frankenstein lady.
She's
I
an
definitely do not know her.
intriguing candidate. Run them on. Sorry, it's you again.
From the coast, we have. I can't fuck Atheist? I don't know.
Alpheus?
Altheos?
From the coast, we have them. The wealthy heir to noble patrician me. It's a state. He wasn't originally the heir, but his elder brother had an unfortunate accident.
Yep, you pronounced accident exactly right.
Dum, dum, dum.
Accident in quotation marks.
Oh, in big quotation marks. Also, that's a man.
How
Somehow.
dare you?
Well,
It says he.
So,
Continue.
And
nothing.
last... sorry, there's a second part, of course.
His interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. He said to be led by his passions, living in the moment with no thought for his reputation. Is this me? Why are they describing me?
This is to you.
I like the sound of him. Shut it.
And finally,
Why
from the
are
south,
all of the daughters bald?
I have no clue. Ada, the eldest daughter of St. Arcane lineage, a quiet and retiring soul, preferring solitude to the company of others. She dislikes the city life and spends most of her time out hunting, with no one but her horses for company. Unfortunately, she
Oh
lacks
my.
the common touch. The peasants have some terrible nicknames for her.
Including Baldy McBalderson.
Also, both womans look like men, and the
And the
man
guy
looks
looks
like a
like-
woman.
Lady. Yep, this is ridiculous. I
Dude
copy
looks
yes.
like a lady.
Not bad at all.
Brenamon.
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions. That you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
Kill me.
Us both. I have made my decision.
You clearly haven't based off this delay.
I'm waiting for my mother to say something.
Oh. Well, which of them do you wish to marry?
I would like to marry Mary. Of course.
What?
sorry. That was a very terrible pun.
Horrible.
Indeed. Speaking of which, Mary, will you be joining us?
Attempting to do that. Stand by.
Okay. I have chosen Valentina of the East.
Brilliant. Wait, what?
How dare you?
I've chosen your daughter, Zenok.
Don't know her, especially if she's so incompetent she can lock herself in her own basement.
I mean, I guess it might also be your basement, but Renamon, would you give us the parting sentence?
Excellent. I'll make the arrangements.
You
The least trustworthy character.
don't.
I think
What's
that's gonna
wrong,
get a lot more funny by having Renamon to the mother.
I think that was both a good and bad
A whole lot of
idea.
cross-dressing going on.
Oh,
here.
I think it's even
definitely.
worse
Like-
if I had my sound effects.
There's just too many female characters. Like, Renamon got to voice my mother. Mars got to voice a foreign captain, female captain. So yeah. And
Also,
Zenok is doing the
so-
Martian, which is technically also female. So let's see what we have
And
here.
the preacher lady too.
So, if I'm going to be playing your mother, you're going to have to do it properly. You'll now refer to me as mommy.
No.
For that,
Mommy dearest.
We
So
need an
we come
inquisitor.
to the grandees of the south. In a picturesque castle overlooking the southern city of Myrona, two grandees lie back to enjoy the sun. Shut it?
Praise be, whispers of our plans have reached the peasants, and they're in uproar. They call for the sins of the king to be laid bare. Bringing on that witch, Ortaga, has certainly caused strife between the crown and the church. We must exploit it.
We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions. We won't succeed alone.
For the next stage of their scheme, the grandees must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 8, or ensure another region begins a rebellion in 3 seasons. Good luck
Okay,
with
this is
that.
bad.
Good
This
luck.
is bad. Oh no.
And then we come to hiding from the church. In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet in a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction.
Another priest left my estate today. He said there was no sense reaching to the truly lost.
I have heard the same across the east. We are no longer trapped under the church's thumb.
Now we must not falter. If the king grows proud, we can offer him the ultimate reward. Immortality.
I think I know where this is going. Yes! Yes! For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons.
Unfortunately, it means that both the EU and us must succeed in the same path. Doesn't matter too much, I think.
The thing is, that will make sure that you will keep my authority at least 5. So
Yes, but that doesn't mean we're not going to succeed.
I
in
am
the final
gonna
path.
adopt the monarch's iron choice.
Oh, so to buff up your authority even more, I see. Well, good choice, I suppose. Wait, I was bribed to say that, wasn't I?
Of course you were. Also, I would like to take a brief moment to point out that I have a very nice number of followers thanks to Owen following as well.
Impressive. Most impressive.
And of course, Sage tried to ruin it as soon as I mention it.
I have joined you.
Well done.
But still, thank you.
So welcome, Mary.
Have you joined us?
I have.
You are
indeed.
not on the list, it seems.
You haven't joined us yet in the Council of Nobles, though.
We'll see which faction it assigns you to.
It's gonna be
Oh,
the
my
east.
voice is
They're
dying.
first.
Have we gone through Steam? No, through Twitch?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Mary to join the council. There we go. There we go. And you are a patrician.
I told you, it doesn't matter.
So I will give you the appropriate role. You're now green. And you now have access to the faction-specific text channel. Also, your scheme is to get the treasury down to 1500 or less.
Which unfortunately will not be happening.
Yeah. I feel like we got lucky stars, and it's actually gone up since then. There's too many levers in the King King's decree that one cannot be pulled.
I mean, that's the only saving grace I have.
You could have seen the moment when he pulled the veto on a 2-option vote.
Oh yeah. Yes, you had the choice of the option that is still there or the option I vetoed. Let's do anger from the church. Zanok, I think you were the Archbishop.
Majesty, about that troublesome philosopher Ortega. I must protest you allowing her teachings to run unchecked. And her miracles are unorthodox at best. How can we allow what is effectively witchcraft to flourish in our ranks? Not to mention the fact that she keeps complaining about supposed church rights and saying we should give them away.
So which are they? Miracles or witchcraft?
I must express my displeasure with the utmost urgency. We wouldn't want the High Inquisitor to get involved.
Don't extort me. You must make Ortega welcome. The Archbishop storms out in a huff. Later, he conducts a public ceremony to formally bless Ortega and her followers. While Ortega is impeccably polite, it's also clear that the Archbishop is furious. No one is convinced, and across the kingdom, peasants drift away from the church's rigid teachings. Everybody's faith goes down by 1, and stability goes down by 2.
Oh, would you look at that?
Ah, stability is still good. Okay, how about a Kraken?
Sounds fun.
Hey Mary, off to a head start.
A kraken! A real life, honest to ninth kraken! Just outside my harbor off the western shore!
We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once.
It sounds like your kind of thing.
Shut it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think you're the spy master.
A kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, Your Majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. It's said a kraken can be appeased by offering of live creatures.
I volunteer as tribute.
Wait, who was the hiring? I think I was doing the hiring, Inquisitor. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering this, Your Majesty! Okay, let's see. Send to the patrician's navy, appease the Kraken with a sacrifice, let it be. Like, none of those are good!
Yeah, just use
I'm gonna
U-boat
do
spam.
this. And let's go.
Just do U-boat spam. Research the 1940 model and then go ham.
Just do the bathtub strategy, yeah.
And in convoy interdiction. Anyways, I'd like to see the Navy bucker up.
It seems like everybody would like to see the Navy bugger up.
War. War never changes.
Fuck my shit up.
6 people voted for it.
Victory or death. Into the jaws
Sink
of
them.
hell.
Sink them, kraken.
Into the jaws of death. Into the mouth of hell.
Well, Ramon, I'm
Also,
surprised
I
you
would
didn't
like
do
to, I would like to point out to all the patricians that just voted in favor of that, you probably just screwed yourself.
Bring
What
me back
precisely
the
your
tentacle.
name?
The Navy
Wow.
The Navy takes to the sea after the Kraken. A terrible battle ensues and the fleet is almost totally destroyed. Military challenge failed. The coast loses their entire military.
Oh, would you look at that?
Didn't need it anyway.
Fortunate.
It's just costing money.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ooh. But I didn't know it was an actual Kraken. Yeah, I did. If anything, this is the King's fault for sanctioning this foolhardy attack. You fool! Just had to add that
Oh,
in.
hey, would you look at that?
The Kraken, angered by the attack, terrorizes the coast for weeks on end. Ships go missing, piers are destroyed, and citizens fear the ninth god has forsaken them. The trade goes down by
Mary's
3, faith go down by 2, and Mary is bankrupt. Just joined, already bankrupt.
Even if all the patricians voted
Happens
against
every
it,
time.
the entire rest of the game voted for it.
Fair. Okay,
could
it's
not
time
have actually
for the
avoided that.
royal wedding. Your wedding, well, my wedding to Valentina is... That is not a woman!
Yes.
Okay, your wedding to Valentina is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Valentina at your side.
Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then I pronounce you king and wife.
Why not king and queen? Okay, whatever. After the wedding, of course, there's a
Sounds like
feast.
fish if
And
I
after
ever
the
heard.
feast, a dance. At the feast, your new wife, Valentina, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep.
Now that's
Stability has gone
fine.
up, authority has gone up, and everybody's defiance has gone down by 1. By the time you find yourself
Oh.
alone with Valentina, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Okay, Zanok, do you want to do Valentina, or should I relegate that to Mars?
Well, seeing as how I am stuck with a really gruff voice, and also quite clearly that is in fact not a woman, I will let you decide.
Well, it's your daughter. And I was more like, do you think your voice can handle it?
Well, I'd rather not risk it at this point.
Okay,
So-
Mars.
What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame we had to see all those filthy peasants lining the streets on the way to the cathedral. Back in the east, our guards would know how to deal with that rabble.
Okay, now that was actually good.
Let's focus on the positives, shall we?
Oh, don't worry. I always make the best of things. I can be tough, being as gracious as I am.
Magnificent.
Welcome, Polski Szlejovic? Sorry if I absolutely bullshit that.
It's Polish. Do not be offended. It is
Just
an alien
Polski, okay,
tongue.
welcome Polski. If you want to voice your own character, use the Discord invite at the top of the chat. We have assembled there. If you are just fine with being voiced by someone else, feel free to just stay in the chat. Also, you have joined the Grandees.
Then let us proceed.
What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom?
Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself.
Valentina
Well,
immediately
kid-
changed the topic to talk about something she's more interested in.
In my spare time, I tinker with some very complicated science stuff. I won't get into it. No, you wouldn't understand half of it.
The second response is utterly beautiful.
Yeah, I mean it is. But I do need an air.
That I should be an A.
It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject.
You gently fall asleep to the sound of Valentina droning on about herself.
Magnificent self-absorbed mouth. Almost like her daddy.
Also,
I tried-
Polski, even if you don't want to voice a character, I would still recommend joining the Discord because all the factions have a text channel here where they can coordinate without me knowing.
Mind that nobody's using them, though.
The Grandees and the Patricians are using them, at least I see that there have been messages sent in there.
You
Wait,
should look in the
interesting.
positions. Yeah.
Yes, we're making very detailed plans.
I mean, as I said, I see that they are being used, I don't look into them.
No, you can look into it.
Okay, let's see what the... Oh... Okay, I looked at the Patrician's chat. Yep. No surprises there.
I hope you will. Reveal
Okay,
the
end
chat
season.
afterwards.
Okay, once again, overview over the schemes. It seems that everybody but the peasants, no, the patricians, have
Well,
advanced.
now they are in fact the peasants.
And once again, to recapitulate, the Counts of the East have Zemuel, the fourth pretender, and their scheme is Ascension, and they have to raise the king's authority to at least 5 in
Wow.
3 seasons.
You
Was.
put the Polish lad into the wrong chat. He's not a count.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I will fix that. You're a grandee. Yes, F in the chat for the stupid host. The Grandees of the South have Sophia, my embittered step-aunt. Their scheme is a witch hunt, and they have to raise other regions' total defiance to at least 8 in 2 seasons. It's currently sitting at 4.
Indeed.
And then we have the Patricians of the Coast with claimant Tanaquil, a bastard offshoot. Their scheme is conspiracy, and they have to lower the kingdom's treasury to 1,500 or less. Yeah, go figure.
Good luck with that.
I think we're getting a bit of a repeat from last game, where one faction got stuck on the first stage, the next faction got stuck in the second stage, and the third faction
And my
then
faction
won.
was led to victory.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with requisitioning rare regions. I feel like this is related to my wife.
Ah, Wilhelm, I come to ask a favor. I recently purchased a very rare regent for one of my alchemy studies. A small vial of Tydioran Frankis.
Frankincense.
whatever.
Frankincense.
Frankincense. Tragically, it has been delayed. I was buying it from Grandee Polski.
Yes, Polski.
Speak to him about it for me, would you?
I'll look into it.
Most pleasing, let me know how you fare.
Also, Polski is saying no evidence.
No evidence. We'll see about that.
I summon Grandee Polski to the council chambers the next day to talk in private. Does anybody feel like... can anybody do a good Polish accent?
You would have to ask a native Pole that, because
Okay,
I believe
then,
as foreign as it gets.
Who are my grandees? Owen, you have to take the short straw here.
Greetings, Your Majesty. What can I do for you?
I hear you have something for my wife.
Alas, I cannot give it to you, the frankincense, just yet. I was led to believe the frankincense was to be used in a holy ceremony, as it is regularly down in the south. But recently I have heard disturbing rumors that your wife wants to use it to conduct devilish rituals and experiments not sanctioned by the ninth god.
So, is like frankincense essentially another word for incense?
Probably.
It's a type of incense.
A type of incense that was made by Frankenstein exclusively.
Be right back.
It also smells like shit.
Until I'm convinced that this isn't the case, alas, I cannot hand anything over for the fear of invoking the wrath of the ninth god.
The frankincense will only be used for holy rituals. You have my words.
Very well, Your Majesty, I shall take your royal word.
Valentina received the frankincense before week's end. She's most pleased with it. Unfortunately, the grandees are quick to find out the truth, and just what your royal word is worth, news of your wife's heretical experiments spread far and wide. Everybody's faith goes down, and the grandee's defiance goes up. Oh, that's fine. I can still text the counts.
Your Serene Highness, the situation in the coast is dire. The patricians, the king's navy is in tatters. So few ships remain that I fear we lack the presence to patrol our trade routes. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection?
Okay, what do we have? We have hire a mercenary company to help protect the coast, employ traders from the south to build new ships, or the coast has no need of sailors, leave them be. Yeah. Let us
You
put this
are-
to vote.
Of course, going to note the fact that they are not even close to getting their mission done, and the fact that the other faction closer to the completion.
If it would have gone to A, they would have achieved their goal.
Oh no. Anyways.
So it seems like we're gonna employ traders from the south to build new ships, unless of course the grandees turn it around. But one more boat
I
is
think that's
missing.
all votes accounted for.
Oh, there's one more.
One more now.
There's eight players apparently. Who the vote?
I believe that's
Oh, Mary.
Yeah. Okay. Voting has closed. And we're gonna employ traders from the south to build new ships. Let's see if it actually succeeds. As coast without ships is like a library without books. You set southern carpenters, rainwrights, and coopers. Coopers? To making sea vessels to replace those the patricians have lost. But not every woodworker is cut out for shipbuilding. For example, unlike wagons or stairs, ships have to float.
Oh,
Some seaworthy vessels, oh god, are produced, but not nearly enough. The whole project runs heavily over budget, causing damage to southern trade in the process. Okay, the coast has gained 1 military, the south has lost the trade, and they have gained 1 defiance. I think it's time to start getting concerned. South might... Oh, sorry, and we also have one last message, event, explosion at the port.
South might try to break away.
Your Majesty, a ship exploded at the port. The water swelled like a tidal wave, and my whole town was devastated.
I mean, I think this deserves a bit more urgency in your voice.
I am half asleep. You get what you
admittedly,
get.
you right now sound like shattered.
Yes. How could this
Tired, I
happen?
haven't slept all day. I have no idea, Your Esteemed Highness. All I know is the ship
Oh.
arrived from Kurth just yesterday, and now my docks have been destroyed. Oh, depths below.
Well,
Is that better?
Spy
You're
Master,
happy now?
shut it.
If I may,
I think I know the connection here.
I also know what this is, what the
It's
connection
obvious.
is.
this may be promised retribution from Kurth.
Retribution? This was an attack. You could not let this stand, Your Majesty. It's you that annoyed them, not us.
Okay, we have ban export to Curve and place high tariffs on their goods. Command Orate to patrol the coast in her gunship. Focus on rebuilding and avoid angering Curve further. Or hand Orate over to Curve. Also, welcome Schrödinger Redu.
That is a mouthful of a name.
Yes, say that 3 times fast. Okay, I think I know what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna do this. Let's go. You're not going for lower authority?
This also lowers authority.
Oh, shit. It also hurt your trade, though.
It's the only one that lowers authority.
No C and D both do it.
Both C and
Oh,
D.
I see. D was.
No, you
the-
blind
I
fellow.
thought he vetoed D. My bad.
He didn't.
I see.
Well, either way,
Yeah, okay, that somewhat failed. On my part. They try to avoid stoking the fire. Curve does not relent so easily. Patrician trade vessels continue to be sunk, and local nobles grow even more angry at your inaction.
I do have to say I only can laugh at the fact that the patricians decided to not do anything about their ships getting sunk.
I mean, they have nothing to
No, it's the
retaliate
king's
with.
decision.
You lot voted on it.
As the month stretches on, the coast finds itself in a constant cycle of rebuilding. You know it will be a long while before this one blows over. Okay,
least
so
authorities
the
still
patricians are very close to being able to rebel, actually.
Indeed.
Okay, it's auction time again. Well, you see what will be affected. Place your funds and
Bet.
let us begin. Also, I think I know what's gonna happen. E and F. At the moment. Oh, one coin into F. Also, I just noticed that I got two people that broke.
Thank you, Mars.
Blowing yourself up does have some consequences.
Well,
Or, you
Mary
know,
got
losing your fleet
Mary got
to
all her shit
Kraken.
eaten by a kraken. B and D. Still B and
Why'd I
E.
do that?
I do not know.
Oh, well.
Why Habsburg?
You want your
Because
trade
why
back
not?
For some reason.
You
I'm
really should be paying
Kaiser
F.
Wilhelm of the Habsburg dynasty.
Oh, I was meant to fund. Damn it. Oh well. I
Well,
wouldn't have-
thank you very
Right.
much, gentlemen. This is actually very nice.
Well, unfortunately, we have to collaborate by this rule in order to get anywhere.
Yes.
That's
Okay, so the buildings funded are the monument and the Grand Bazaar. Let us carry on.
Mr. Schrödinger by Habsburg. It was.
Yeah, I already
decided
answered that.
previously.
It's funny.
Unfortunately, this game does not portray the big chin.
Yeah, there isn't really a big chin option. About your heir. Your marriage to Valentina has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. That's different from the last time. Might behold you
Yes.
not that my wife not being a man or something. It's high time you thought about it there.
Oh, congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair.
I am very happy, thank you.
Oh, you can really tell I'm tired when I do this kind of shit. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. Now go fuck that bitch.
Right, I'm on.
You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins.
My wife and I will have a child together.
Not
Yeah,
even gonna
Oscar.
let the choice go through.
Did we do a choice list last time?
Traditional method and no
Yeah,
one
scheiß
I guess
drauf.
which one?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, carry on.
I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business.
Okay then, a new contraption.
Your Majesty, a count by the name of Schrödinger wants to present to you with a new invention.
Also, let me just check. Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously it became a count. Schroeder, if you want to voice your character yourself, you may join the Discord here. And, even if you don't want to speak, we have text channels here that are probably not getting properly used, but they exist for coordination purposes.
At least for the counts.
And if you do not want to actually voice your character, we have plenty of people here with great voice acting skills.
Oh.
Not
Not
least who
included.
is dying currently.
Great.
Oh, sorry.
quote-unquote-
We are renting about an age, a more human age. Botch. Okay, it is something about executions. Sorry, I somewhat skipped over that, but it is something related to executions. So, no more. Behold, a merciful machine for removing heads. Oh, for fuck's sake. Also, could it be Polski that you've played this game a bit more before? Behold a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Schroderingeroo.
A machine for murder.
He swishes away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head in, and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. You want to name this horrible thing after yourself? Why not? This is a machine of mercy. Oh god. With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Schroderingeroo across the kingdom. I'll bring this to the council. You won't regret this. Let's see. Fund a nationwide rollout. Trade will go up, authority will go up.
Oh my lord, this
You can just immediately kill him. Seems
I'm going
rude.
to vote for, but okay.
Oh, let's say.
If I leave that in, that
I know
would get
what's gonna
picked. Like, heads on your hearts. If I left that
he
in,
wants to
you
do the
would pick
funny.
it.
He wants to do the funny. Let him do the
Might
funny.
not be picked, you never know.
Let's start.
Boo. Vote C. We don't want them to get authority.
You know you are still not gonna do it.
I mean, there's no reason for the politicians to give you authority, but I guess they are.
They have a
Oh
reason.
wait. Oh,
Well.
they want to decrease funds. I see. They want to decrease money.
Okay, seems like we'll have to fund a nationwide rollout of this shit.
What? It's a beautiful contraption.
Damn counts, yes, indeed. Hundreds of Schrödinger redos are built in eastern workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom. Treasury goes down, eastern trade goes up, and the wealth of him has increased. Soon you're chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. And authority goes up. Did I have one left? Yes, trade war. We have a treasurer. Okay, Mary, you're the treasurer.
Your Majesty, the public of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for perceived crimes against them, notably your refusal to surrender Oride to their custody.
What can we do about it?
That's for the council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this, but we can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities.
Also, Schrödinger you do, welcome to the Discord. I will give you the appropriate role, and this time around also the correct one on the first try. Let's see, escalate the trade war by raising tariffs on Kurth goods. Okay. Import essential goods from Ashmead instead of Kurth, lower tariffs and offer exclusive trade routes to Kurth as concessions.
We have no navy.
I feel like none of these options are actually good.
Yes, the D one.
Oh, so in the Navy they curves goods by force. Yeah, what Navy?
Yes, that's unfortunate that we lost all ships.
Okay, start the count.
Welcome.
When am I
There has to
gonna
be a
miss
space between vote and Beretta. Okay, time is up. I get to pick. And I'm gonna choose A. Okay, Schrödinger do you want to voice your own character? Then now is the time.
is muted.
Ah,
He
okay.
can't at
So
the
he
moment.
can't. Also, yeah, you don't have to be in this voice channel. Like, the only advantage you'll be getting is slightly less delay.
It's all good.
Okay. One of the other cards, Mars.
Okay. How delightful, Your Majesty. Let's show those Keith bastards that we are made of sterner stuff.
Everybody's trade goes down, the authority goes up by 2, also stability went down. Though after another month of sanctions, your nobles changed their tune. Oh god. Everybody's wealth has decreased, everybody's defiance has gone up. Mars?
By the blood of the dead, we must give Kurth what they want. I'm bleeding money out here. Why should we suffer because of your grievances?
I really don't have. At the very least, you take solace in the fact that Kurth is suffering too. The trade war continues with no end in sight. Also, I would just once again like to say, you guys brought this upon yourselves.
I must assuredly agree.
Kinda.
Doing
Bad.
fine.
You had the option to give Orid to Kurth. We even had to that would have even implied that we keep all the fancy ships and muskets.
Indeed.
So, you brought this upon
Thyself?
V has brought that upon
Thyself?
Oh,
Thy-
it's the
thyself.
king's fault.
Sorry?
It's the king's fault.
Clearly not.
Oh,
It's
just
the
concede.
stupid councils. Okay, deep in the south. Oh god, they've achieved the scheme. Deep in the south, in the
Yes.
back garden of a sun-bleached villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms in a toast. Shut it.
Here's to the future of Queen Sophia and the golden age on the horizon. By the ninth god, we shall strike down the false king for his wickedness.
May the 9th god.
May. What? No. Plus.
Owen?
Soon the Inquisition will be complete and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. But what should be done with the king?
Okay, grandees, what should happen with the king?
A.
I can tell you the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the obvious choice. Let's see.
He's a bit.
Where you
Burn him at the
trying to
stake.
burn me at the stake.
A glorious way to usher in the new queen. The ninth god will surely be pleased.
Also, Polsky is saying, we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning.
First, the current king's grab on the kingdom must be at an all-time low. We wouldn't want to face any backlash from our little fireworks show, wouldn't we?
For the final stage of this scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 2 or less.
Oh my.
It's already heading that way.
And we have the coast starting a conspiracy. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme.
Yeah.
Sage?
The treasury is practically empty, and the king is struggling to fund his ambitions. We're perfectly placed to offer him a loan.
So helpful of us.
Indeed, these loan agreements will be as friendly as a bear trap, absolutely loaded with hidden catches in the small print. Now, watch me work my magic.
Don't you want to say in the fine print? Who was the treasurer? Mary!
Oh, me. Good evening, noble patrician. What exactly is the purpose of this meeting?
I heard about the king's recent money troubles, and I thought we could both benefit. Sign here, and here,
This agreement does seem fair. Very well, I'll sign. The king will be pleased. Good night, noble patrician. Obey the ninth. Bless you.
Okay, the treasury has gone up by 2k, and Sage has wasted all his money on it.
Oh, wow.
Again.
So even when we finish our objectives, we think it's screwed. See? Easy as pie. But it's not enough to bankroll the king. The rest of the kingdom must be in debt to us as well.
Oh,
To advance their scheme, the patricians must have the highest trade of all regions in 4 seasons.
We can get there by nuking everyone else, too.
Yes, that's true, but still. Okay, considering where everything stands at the moment, I'm gonna tax the counts.
Great.
you can't tax
Okay.
anyone else. Look how defiant we are.
Also, I would like to. Okay, okay, you have to get stability up. You have that achieved. They, sorry, authority up. They need to get stability down. Also, fuck, I need an heir.
Then go fuck that
I
fish,
think
my
you
God.
already got
I got-
something soonish.
Yeah, next season I think will be the arrival of my heir. Let's start with an invitation. Oh god. Okay, Mars.
Without a word, Count. Count Stringledu hands over you a blood-red envelope. It's sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night late next year.
What is this all about?
I can say no more. You must choose whether to accept our invitation or decline it.
I suppose I shall attend this event, whatever it is.
I will see you next. At the Virgil, Your Majesty.
Okay, further sanctions. I think that's related to... Mary?
Bad news, Your Majesty. The Republic of Kurth has not only expanded our sanctions, but has also cut us off from other trading partners across the Ghost Sea and beyond. We've been embargoed. Only the Isle of Sol still trades with us, but our economy is even smaller than the coast.
That's hardly possible, but okay.
No economy.
Also, of course, it's the Isle of Sal.
Burn it all down.
Okay. We have deepen our ties with Sal, offer concessions to Kurth to end the trade war, or become fully self-sufficient. I'm going to veto that one.
Why am I not surprised?
Also, that isn't treasury, that is personal wealth. Just saying. Also, this is this person is still missing.
Well then. You not wanted this bitch around.
About.
It just had a lot of symbols. It looks real neat.
Because there's too many people voting.
You order the kingdom to stop relying on foreign goods. Though it makes you
Holy.
look tough, your people grow angry at the sudden lack of basic and luxury goods. Everybody's trade is fucked.
And
Authority is now
stability is-
tyrannical. And stability is now turbulent. Oh shit.
And we've completed our objective.
Food shortages become common once the Ashmedian Empire stops trading grain and nobles have to sell off pieces of land to wealthy foreigners. An economy doesn't change overnight without a severe hangover. Let's see, everybody... Oh god, thank god my authority is that high, because otherwise someone would revolt. Farming is non-existent. Defiance has gone up, and everybody's... No, actually no. Only some patricians and counts' wealth has decreased. Oh, and some grandees' wealth has decreased. as well. Okay, actually look at the...
What the holy
Like, the only people that still have some money is Shrudding Radu and Owen.
The worst thing is I haven't even spent any of my money.
Okay, prying eyes.
Your Grace, you are of course the greatest king of this century.
Is there something you're after?
Your Highness, I seek only to tell you the truth as I see plain.
It's a witch.
But your power could be even greater.
Oh, this is your scheme, I think.
Death comes for us all. But what if it didn't have to? What if you could be the greatest king for all millennia?
That sounds sacrilegious.
Perhaps it is, Your Majesty, but perhaps it's simply making use of the opportunities the Ninth God provides. If you are strong enough to take them, I can arrange more meetings so that we may discuss this matter further.
The door bursts open.
Witches!
Ah, so they got to you first. No matter. The Counts have agents everywhere, and they've been building up your strength. But there's something more sinister afoot. Their ultimate aim is to recruit you into a cult of immortal blood drinkers. They want to turn me into a vampire.
What a tale. All we want is to help the king.
Is this true?
Of course not.
Also, Zelok, Polsky just said, we're gonna burn Duran. Or was it Narut?
Yes.
My guy, you should have been in the previous stream where I was King Arcturus of the Mengs dynasty.
Indeed.
Also, Zelok. Don't know if we already said that one.
I already did.
Okay. This is heresy of the highest order. The council must know. Force the monarch to officially refuse to join this cult, prevent the counts from seeking prayer advances with the king, delay the game for 1 season, or leave the counts to their business.
Now that's interesting.
Oh shit, what happened then? I got eaten by an ice giant.
Yes.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah. I should have put it on B.
King is a witch.
Not surprised.
And the king.
Yeah, I should have put that on B, the iron choice. I mean, to be fair, authority can't go up further, so yeah, I know. Okay, continue. Voting
the
is
king is a
closed.
witch.
Not yet. Okay. Somehow your schedule becomes chock full of nobles demanding your attention.
Mary.
Sorry, I was clearing my throat. Your Majesty, storm's ready to cross the coast and boats cannot leave. There's bound to be fish shortages next year.
Never mind that. One of the best steel makers in the south has died, and they're trying to decipher her notes. They make no sense at all.
More and more visits take up your time, some important, and many decidedly not. You have no chance to speak to the Counts at all. The Count's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Oh, welcome to the party, Sif. Also, once again,
Ing
we
is a
have
witch.
assembled on the Discord that is pinned in the chat. If you want to join your, voice your own character, you may join the voice channel here. Otherwise, we also have faction-specific text channels, which I assume are in great use to only good purposes. So feel free to join.
The game's over anyways now.
Then the king.
That wasn't the... Wait, was that your third stage?
This was our third stage, my lord. You are a witch.
The season needs to pass before we can like finish it.
It does.
I'm not gonna change anything.
No, I like that
And
first
king.
option.
I wish I could
Yeah.
see the progress on your
Yeah,
screen
the
right
King
now.
is a witch.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Then the king.
Shit. You struggle to keep your eyes open as you pore over your letters late one night. The candle burns low. Just as you're about to get a nose full of ink, there's a soft knock at the door. Sorry, it's so soft that you can't hear it. I'm gonna get the microphone a bit lower. I hope that was audible.
That was audible. Good evening, Your Majesty.
Oh, it's you.
I came for a chat. I'm concerned for your safety.
Isn't that your job?
There are a number of rumors circulating about you at the moment. Or preposterous, I'm sure.
Naturally.
But the common folk are easily swayed. Many think you are a monster. If not literally, then figuratively.
I would like to take this moment to point out that authority level 10 is called tyrannical.
Ye-
Before you can answer, your marshal bursts through the door, a panicked look on her face.
We ain't having no vampires.
No time, Spy Master. There's a mob forming outside, and I think it's about to turn violent.
A violent mob? How violent?
Somewhere between angrily waving torches and pitchforks about and putting the king on a block and chopping his head off, I reckon.
Your marshal leads you down winding staircases to a secret exit where your wife is waiting for you.
Are you alright, dearest? This is quite unexpected.
You put your hand on her shoulder and mutter your best words of encouragement, but you're interrupted. For the palace windows, a pack of city folk are pelting tomatoes at your beleaguered watch.
This way, Your Majesties.
Wait, it shows the patricians. You let down a dark tunnel, your honor guard following closely behind. This time around, my honor guard didn't betray me!
You're
You
welcome.
realize before long that your marshal is leading you through the catacombs that crisscross the underbelly of the city. When you emerge from the darkness, you are far from the palace next to an old canal. Now what?
Not to worry, Your Highness. We will meet with the army and crush this would-be revolt before it begins.
Who wants to be a peasant?
But there's the king. It's the king.
You pick up the pace, but a horde of peasants are soon chasing you down the streets, calling for your blood. As you round the corner, a familiar figure is waiting, flanked by a dozen inquisitors in blood-red hooded robes. Greetings, sinner! This is gonna be weird. I'm gonna stand my ground and fight. You order your honor guard to defend you as the marshal readies her sword. So be it! Kill anyone who resists, in the name of the ninth god! God. Your marshal gives a battle cry as the honor guard leap into action. They are vastly outnumbered by the inquisitors, especially with the angry peasants closing in from behind. I'm gonna go for the High Inquisitor. You push your way through the brawl, pilfering his sword from a corpse along the way. Your eyes focus on the High Inquisitor. You barely register your marshal getting cut down behind you. The High Inquisitor meets your gaze. But too late. Your sword finds its mark and the High Inquisitor gasps in surprise. When you pull the blade out, it's dripping with blood. The Inquisitors close ranks immediately and pull you away, but the damage is done. You have your vengeance. Oh, because that's gonna be worth it. Xander ties your hands tightly behind your back. When you look around, you realize that everyone else is dead. The honor guard is strewn about on the cobbles, and Valentina lies face down, unmoving. Moments later, you're being paraded through town as peasants hurl rotten fruits and bricks from their window. Ow! By the time you get to Arad Square, a crowd has gathered and a pyre erected. Shouts of heretic, monster, and sinner are tossed around like a pigskin ball. Oh, Godverdammt, do I really need to read this? As you're hoisted onto the stake, you notice a crowd of grandees watching from the corner of the square. Besides them, the Archbishop.
You are hereby found guilty of high crimes against the Ninth God and his followers, including blasphemy, apostasy, profanity, and treason. Do you have any last words?
Torch-bearing Inquisitors chant as they light the straw at the bottom of your pyre.
All of them increase faith.
Yeah, I know. You don't know what you have unleashed upon this world. May my wrath be eternal and haunt all of you until you die a painful and slow death. The crowd gasps and hisses. Hopefully they be afraid of your imagined power when you're gone. A small solace. The flames grow higher, higher, until you're engulfed. Your reign ends in ash.
How lovely. The South is
I got
magical.
an achievement called Roasted, Toasted, Burnt.
Brilliant.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The fiery, spectacular fate of Kaiser Wilhelm passed into legend, an enduring lesson in the power of the Ninth Church. The Britishans failed to turn the kingdom's debts against it, and the moment had passed. Ever practical, they set about collecting interest and hoarding wealth, waiting for the time to scheme once more. With their plans in tatters, the counts retreated to their castles to brood. Their olive branch was rejected, the secret of eternity that they had guarded for aeons. They would not be so kind again. The Inquisition's bonfires blazed in every street of the kingdom. With heretics and dissenting voices disposed of, the grandees crowned Sophia to roll over the ashes. The other old nobles did not dare protest.
Coming for the vampires next.
No.
Yes.
My bloody throat.
Okay, so King Wilhelm the Toasty. We spent
The toasty.
2 years this time, which is 1 year less than the previous game. My spouse was Valentina of the East, and my successor will be Queen Sophia. The wealthiest noble is Sif, as he basically just joined, so that doesn't count. And the poorest noble is sadly Zanok, but you're not alone with Zero, there's a few others. And for the kingdom, you have full authority, we have quite a bit in the treasury, shitty stability, and trade is non-existent. But we're really strong believers.
The South is quite
Yeah.
fitting, for we are the ones that burnt you at the stake.
Yeah.
I must now go on and heal my neck, because this was painful.
Yes. So, I think this is enough for today. So, I hope that everyone had fun playing. I know I did, even though I lost twice now. But I think it's gonna continue for a while.
You mean forever?
Maybe not.
Never ever. Yes.
At least until you become a werewolf again.
So
Wait.
yeah, thanks for
And not his husband.
thanks to everybody for playing, especially thanks to all the people in the voice chat here for lending your beautiful voices to this very silly game. And to everybody watching, thank you for participating. Shout out to Owen, Polsky, and Schröder for following. And I wish all of you a very good night.
Good night.